Hello, I'm Next, your local cheetah, and welcome to PeonyClan Year 2. This is part of a series, so please watch the first video if you want to understand this one. Without further ado, let's start as usual in StarClan, where we have PebbleKit this year. PebbleKit had Yellow Calf last year, if you remember, and was sadly killed by it the first moon of this year, so there really isn't much to say about this little one. Rest in peace, PebbleKit. Moving on to the living, we have Tremblestar. Tremblestar is now 94 moons old and still has all 9 of his lives. At the beginning of this year, Tremblestar couldn't get any sleep for 3 moons and then decided to leave something nice for his caring medicine cat, realizing how hard she was pushing herself. He also got an apprentice this year named Deltapaw and has been training him rigorously. Halfcatcher and Fizzlestrike are still mates and in love as ever, as they now have kittens. Yes, they have kitties. Some are adopted ones, one is their actual kitten. They are already apprentices and Deltapaw is one of them. Starting with Halfcatcher, he mentored Sunnypaw this year and had the paws quite full with him. He also taught all the apprentices about borders and their importance on patrol, taking over to give their own mentors a rest. He is also currently training in the Dark Forest. I don't know why, but he is. On the other hand, Fizzlestrike gave birth to a single kit while still recovering from her mangled tail. Only a moon after Pigeon Kit was born did her tail heal. Though Fizzlestrike keeps on checking if it's still there, having gotten recurring shock from the whole ordeal. She also found juniper berries while out on a walk and decided to keep them, and slipped into Little Space one time. She's also currently experiencing fatigue. Pondwater did not have a good year, that much I can confidently say. First off, she found another litter whose mother died, the ones that were adopted by Fizzlestrike. Then she failed to get raspberries from a bordering clan, and after that her green cough turned into long cough, causing her to also be fatigued. The only good thing that happened was her getting crow feathers as a gift from Seedkit. Shining Dusk has only done one thing this year, though it was quite a feat. The old she-cat saved the clan from poisoning by stopping the hunting patrol from catching 2 sick rats and chewing them away. But as said, that was all for her this year. On to Gravel Rice, who was caught eating fresh kill on a hunting patrol and had to dig a new dirt place as punishment. She also drove off a rogue and got an apprentice, though she got a bit of her own medicine after she couldn't get him to take training seriously. Tempest Pelt is next at now 28 moons old. Tempest Pelt got Heatherpaw as an apprentice, who is now already a warrior, and did relatively well. On their first patrol he tried to teach his apprentice some teamwork, which failed spectacularly. After Heather, he also got a second apprentice, Pigeonpaw, who is now not doing so well with, failing to teach despite already being semi-experienced as a mentor. Swarm Run didn't do much this year, though he did figure out that something is definitely targeting the clan after appearing in his and Tempest Pelt's stream when they were apprentices. He currently also has an earache and dizziness. Next up is Brookpaw, who was named Brook Ripple for her good nature. Brook Ripple was bitten by a dog after checking up on a Puddle Clan scent on their territory, but wasn't scarred or anything luckily. She also comforted Pondwater after all the bad things happening to her this year. On to the 3 surviving kids from last year, who are now warriors, starting with Heather Sand. Heather Sand was mentored by Tempest Pelt, and during the first training patrol, Heather Sand was too busy checking to see if her mentor was watching and fell face first into the dirt. She also stole successfully from a Swift Clan border and was named for her serenity. Next up, her brother Sunny Speckle. Sunny Speckle was apprenticed on a Halfcatcher, and instead of going on their first patrol together, Sunny Speckle snuck out alone and was caught hunting by himself. Later on, they did go on their training patrol together and had to practice teamwork for obvious reasons. He was named for his spirit and given an apprentice the same moon, which is something. Tremblestar, are you sure about this decision? The last warrior of this year has a very funny name. Her name is Stormchomp. Stormchomp was mentored by Shining Dusk and went to see an octopus on her first patrol. She was named for her strength, which, wow, but hasn't done much else this year. So on to our apprentices, starting with Jumpaw and his siblings who were adopted by Fizzlestrike and Halfcatcher. Jumpaw's mentor is Gravel Rice, and on their first patrol they went to see an octopus. However, Jumpaw, being the little shit he is, didn't take anything about the lesson seriously and gave his mentor a lot of grief. He also dislocated his leg on the last moon of the year. His brother Deltapaw, a delta is apparently where the river meets the sea, was apprenticed under Tremblestar himself, which he saw as a great honor. They also went to watch an octopus on the first patrol, but unlike Jumper, Deltapaw actually listened to his mentor. Their last brother Seedpaw was mentored by Sunny Speckle and comforted by him on their first patrol when he revealed the same things that haunted Swarm Run and Tempest Pelt Stream also haunted his, confirming for me that something is out there messing with the clan. Aside from that, he also got some migraines, was seen taking fruit from a two-leg, and tripped over a trunk getting bruised up. Next up is Pigeonpaw, Fizzlestrike's only biological child. Pigeonpaw was born a moon after her mother adopted the three before her. She got a headache as a kid and was then apprenticed to Tempestpelt, who failed to teach her anything, much to her disappointment. Her mentor got better, but Pigeonpaw still largely taught herself or learned from her brothers. Lastly for this year we have Hollyhock Kit, a little unlabeled kitten who joined at the age of 2 moons, being found on the border patrol. That's all for PeonyClan. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, leave a like and a comment and stay tuned for year 3.